You're getting
Okay. I said I was starting with the recording. So, good morning, Mr. Juzer. Good morning, Juzer Master. Sorry, I have the habit of calling Mr. Juzer. Good morning,
good.
Juzer. How are you?
Absolutely awesome always.
Cool. All right. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of Confidence Communique, brought to you by Knoccess Training. Our theme today is Stop Comparing, Start Creating. Comparison is a trap we all fall into. We look at someone else's achievements, skills, or lifestyle, and we feel smaller. But comparison drains confidence while creation builds it. Today, we will explore how to shift our mindset from looking sideways at others to looking forward at our own growth. Please keep your mic on mute and your video on if you're comfortable. We are joined today by Mr. Juzer. Sorry, I again say Mr. Juzer. I meant Juzer Master, a mentor and guide who helps people find happiness and abundance in life. He believes in wealth, wisdom, happiness, humility, acceptance, gratitude, fulfillment, and satisfaction. He also inspires individuals to manage stress, build emotional intelligence, and discover their true identity with a deeper understanding of reality and the universe. So before we start, please type welcome user master and give him a warm welcome, please. To all the participants, I request you all, please type welcome user master and give him a warm welcome, please. Okay, thank you so much. So we have started getting some responses. Welcome, user master. All right, so we'll start with the session. I hope your video is on, user master. Good.
Yes.
So we'll start. Okay, so first and foremost, we are starting with this. See, it is often said that comparison it comes naturally to us, and we often look at people. It is very natural whether a person is starting in a profession or he's somebody who's very well experienced. But comparison is something which is a way of life. It comes very naturally to us. If you could throw some lights on that, why do you think it happens? And most importantly, in the present era, social media plays a very big role into this. So, how do you think the social media also plays a role into this? If you could throw some lights on that as
So, the basic reason why we compare is because we are not sure of ourselves. So, again, there are multiple things. If you realize, most of the times we are arguing to prove a point, it's because we don't believe it ourselves until we can win the argument and prove it to the other person. Then we start believing that it's true. So, comparison does the same thing. When you compare and you are able to match somebody, you feel you're good enough. So there's an insecure, basically. That's the reason we compare. And competition is also, again, for the same reason. I want to be better than somebody. Again, that is happening because I don't believe I'm good enough, you know. And frankly, we all talk about thinking, right? We think in our mother tongue and then we try and translate in another language if we are speaking in English or Hindi or. So our thoughts are always in our mother tongue. So if our mother tongue language is not clear and fluent, then our thoughts also become very unclear. And so we are not able to express it effectively. So
well?
there are multiple things. So one very simple thing is you don't compare or you don't compete because you're insecure. Do it because you want to be better. And not better than that person, but better than who you were yesterday.
Correct. Exactly. That's absolutely right. Comparing ourselves, I mean, looking at us a few years earlier, comparing ourselves to us itself in timeline is something which is many of us we are overlooking it. Uh, but as I had mentioned, this comparison is something which is always comes in. What do you think is a constant comparison which we keep doing? It damages our confidence and our creativity. So what kind of what do you think it leads us to think into? What does constant comparison do to our confidence and creativity?
So,
And also, one smart thing which I really wanted to ask. See, we do look at people and we are often like, I hope this is the person whom I want to become, etc. Comparison is always there. So, is comparison always bad, or can it also be healthy and motivating? This is something nice which I would love to hear from you.
lovely. So I'll tell you. So let me start with the fact that I missed out on your social media. You had asked me
Okay, sure, sure.
12. Yeah, so I'll continue there and I'll reach here.
Sure.
So 90% of stuff on social media is not a fact. So we are believing things that are not true. Secondly, there are so many things on social media which we want to imitate. Okay. Now, let me tell you. So there's a very beautiful quote by Muhammad Ali, the boxer. He was talking about his most uh, ferocious opponent, and he was sitting with him. And people were asking him, okay, how do you take your opponent? And he says, in the ring, I take him as my enemy. I want to beat him down. But after, beyond the ring, I want my children to play with his children. So every individual has an individuality. I always tell people, don't read too many books and try and become like those books, because that person has done something and written a book. You cannot do the same thing. The idea is in doing something that you believe in, which is going to be different from everybody else. So comparing yourself is good to improve yourself, but not to become like him, because he is only one in the universe and there cannot be another same person in the universe. All of us are different. And that we all know, all DNAs are different. Everyone has different likes, dislikes. So if you're trying to become like somebody, you're never going to be able to achieve it, because you are not. You are somebody who is unique. And that uniqueness is what we need to find in ourselves. You know, I always tell everybody that in one lifetime, you will get a million thoughts or million ideas. But we decide which idea to try and implement and which not to. And that's why that's the difference between failing and succeeding. You have to try all the million ideas, because you don't know which one of those ideas is going to make you into a
A
legend.
different level. Mm.
So the thought process has to be that way, that I'm competing with him or I'm comparing with him, not because of how he is, but I'm trying to figure out how I am. Because when I see somebody, I see them through my eyes.
Correct.
I see them through his eyes, because I don't know what he or she has gone through. Similarly, when someone says something to me, it is from their perspective of me, not my perspective. So comparing is good, but from your perspective, not from his.
That's right. I actually like you. I like you saying in this aspect that is we can always compare, but look at it as to what we need to learn and grow from that. That is something very much a beautiful thought. So on that same note, here is something which always comes into picture. So you said that let's look at people and try to learn something from them and how we can come across as a unique person. So now there is a thin line of difference between a role comparison and also a role model. Yes.
Hmm.
So if you could tell a difference between them, that is taking people as a role model or also looking at the an unhealthy competition, which pulls us down. So could you help us in probably differentiating between those two?
So comparison, I already explained to you. I'll tell you what role model is. So let's say I take Muhammad Ali or Sachin Tendulkar or Indira Gandhi, or for that matter, Amitabh Bachchan. I'm just taking names of variety creative people. My objective is he's my role model, not because I want to become like him. All of us have different set of values as we grow up, right? Some people value relationships at their top priority. Some people will say, no, religion is my top priority. Some people will say, no, honesty is my top priority. So everyone has different priorities, right? Now, depending on what my priorities are, let's say honesty is my priority, and I find honesty very good in this person, so he becomes my role model to be able to become better at honesty rather than becoming like him. So if I have five qualities that have made me into me, I basically will have five role models, because each one has that quality which I want to improve in myself. I don't want to become like him, but I want to learn how to become better through how he is becoming better. It's as simple as that. I don't want to become like him, but yes, he taught me something on how I can be more honest and not guilty. So then I practiced it on my own, and that's where I grow. I don't become like him. He teaches me to be more bolder, to do what I am That's what a role model is.
That's correct. A role model is someone who will inspire us to become a better person, while a comparison will just try to demean us, try to lower us in our confidence. All the participants here, all the audience here, if you could please type in the chat box, type RM if you have a role model, no if you do not. Type RM if you have a role model, and no if you do not. Waiting for some responses in the chat box, please. Okay, no, all right. So we start with Vidya, no. Okay. Lata says Aran, good. She has a role model. Praveen says no. Okay. We keep going on. Praveen is joining the session after a long time. I believe it is the same Praveen. We have quite a good number of repeated people who have been coming in. So it's like the people have started, the audience count has started in. I believe I do remember that you had come in one of the sessions, Juzer Master. So
Yeah.
that time, yes. So from there to here, you can see how. Okay, so we have actually quite a good number of the speakers also in the audience prompt who have actually now coming in as the participants. Earlier, they had come in as a speaker, so that is also there. It's nice to see a community growing up. Thank you so much for that, Jism Master. So going forward to the next question now.
Before we go
Uh,
ahead, everybody who has said no,
hmm.
if they can connect with you, ask them their 5 values and look for one role model who has one of those values and tell them to follow that person. So they will have
Why
a
don't
role.
we do that? Why don't we do that today itself rather than checking with them again after the follow up? Because that is the very same purpose of this talk show, Juicer Master. We are not going to have just an interaction between you and me because let's face it, towards the end of the day, the knowledge which you and me are sharing, they can probably get that very well from YouTube as well. They can get it from books. But what we are going to do right now is actually they're going to have live coaching. So all the participants are actually going to go for live coaching in the session beyond 10:30, and during that time we can definitely go for exercises like these. We will be going for that. Okay. So now moving forward to this. Thank you so much for the idea, Joseph Master. I can understand, that aspect of a coach or a motivator comes in from you, wherein people who have said no, catch them and ask them to make them better. So that is the very thing which sets us apart as trainers, coaches, guiders, mentors, apart from the other people who are in their profession. So that is what sets us apart, and that is what is setting you apart as well. Okay, moving on with our discussion. Here is, I would love to know from you. So, what are one or two daily practices people can use to stop comparing and start creating? How can we keep those habits consistent? Because let's face it, towards the end of the day, of course we can learn from here and there that yes, we should not be comparing, we should not be doing this, but still at the end of the day, how much are we putting it into our mind is also something which is going to play a very crucial role. So if you could tell some one or two daily practices which people can employ to stop comparing and start creating, would love to hear from you.
Super. So the reason we do all these things is over a period of time as we grow, we've heard so much that we don't know what we want and we are doing exactly what we've heard from people. So our mind is full of what we've heard, you know, and there's a lot of clutter and we don't know what is what people have said and what is what I want. It's all a big jumble in the head. So I give people 2 activities to do, very simple activities. One is before you sleep, 15 minutes before you sleep, give yourself that time. 10 minutes, stand or sit in front of the mirror and tell yourself what you did in the entire day. Somebody has done something bad to you and you could not stand up and give him a gali or something and you're upset. Take it out in front of the mirror. Somebody did something nice, you were not able to appreciate it. Appreciate that person in front of the mirror. What happens? We carry a lot of grudges with us. So when I take it out on the mirror, I am free from it. Tomorrow, when I meet that person, I am not as angry as I would otherwise, was waiting to give it back. I will not be as angry. So one is you're clearing your clusters within, you're talking to yourself. So you start agreeing when you say things to yourself about yourself that this happened today and this is what I felt today. You're sharing your feelings, you're agreeing with them. Whether they are good or bad, whether they are sad or happy, it doesn't matter. As long as you're sharing with it with yourself. you become a greater person within you. Second, after doing this 10-minute activity, you sit down, close your eyes for 5 minutes. And I tell people, sit down for 5 minutes without any thoughts. And everybody comes back and says, Juzer, but when you're sitting and closing your eyes, you're going to get some thoughts.
True.
But initially, that is what happens. But the moment you realize you're getting a thought, you have the power to stop that thought. So in 5 minutes, you may get 25 thoughts, but every time you realize you started thinking without you wanting to stop that thought. Over a period of 10 days, because you're giving signals to the subconscious, stop thinking. 10 days later, when you sit for 5 minutes, you will have no thoughts because your subconscious has registered that when he sits and closes his eyes, he doesn't want a thought.
Wow.
Now, sit for 5 minutes without any thought is when you're in the state of bliss. There is nothing. So then, after 5 minutes, you go to sleep, have a peaceful sleep, wake up in the morning, you have fresh thoughts. There is no cluster of yesterday or the past years because you've spoken it out. So when you start the day, you're starting it fresh, you're comparing it, but positively. You're challenging people, but that's also positive. It's all towards your betterment, your growth, your progress. You're not putting somebody down to grow. So all these things come when you remove stuff from within you, which you're carrying for so many years.
Wonderful.
These are two
Wonderful thought.
activities that they should do, and it'll make a big difference within 15 days.
Perfect, wonderful thought. If you could please speak regarding it, because there's something beautiful. Point number one, writing down your thoughts or expressing it. Point number two, get into a state of what we call as meditation, or just stay silent, stop focusing, start eradicating all the things from your mind. This is something which I have really learned to do over the past number of years. Initially, of course, when we were young, all that stress and anxiety, everything was just related to test. Tomorrow we have test. Tomorrow do we have homework? I have not completed this, etc. But slowly, as and when we grow up, we actually take in lots and lots of clutters and thoughts and ideas and judgmental views from others, and that starts making us feel lower and lower and lower. It starts degrading ourselves. So something which really helps us out is journaling. That is the same aspect which you had mentioned right now. Other words, of course, which I mentioned, but yes, more or less in the same manner. Journaling. Write down your thoughts towards the end of the day. Sorry, some thought came in. Okay, so towards the end of the day, write down your thoughts. Take around some 10 to 15 minutes. Keep a proper diary with you. Write down your thoughts on the entire day, whatever you had. Don't keep it inside your mind, because if it stays in your mind for a few days, for a few months, for a weeks, years, what will start happening is that it will start eradicating you. It will start taking away your happiness, your energy, your sense of accomplishment, whatever. And slowly you start becoming the other person. You start holding the grudges against the other person. So if you feel that no, I should not be telling it to my parents, I should not telling it to my friend, I should not be telling it to my partner, the best aspect is tell it to yourself by writing it down. That's something very nice. I really appreciate that, and that is something which is really helps us to tune our thoughts. At the same time, you are absolutely right in saying this as well. That is, when we start to focus, when we sit silently, we are not able to do it. Whenever I try to sit and like, okay, fight for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm going to meditate. My first thought is that, what is my son doing right now? Is the gas on there? Is the window closed? Is the door closed? My mind goes into all those aspects. The switch light on there? Is it off there? All those things. But slowly and slowly, we have to tell ourselves to declutter our thoughts. That's a very beautiful thought. Before I go on to the next question, if you could please allow me for that, because this is something which I really learned in my childhood and I'm taking it along with me. Okay, so maybe you would have heard it as well, Juzer Master, because same profession. So there was a person, a kid, who went to a sage and said that, "How do I learn lots of things?" He was very knowledgeable, was very intelligent as well among his society. Everybody said that you really know, learn a lot, but inside he felt that no, I have to learn more. So he went to the sage and he asked that, I want to learn more. How do I learn it? From where do I learn it? So the sage, only thing which he did was he took out a cup of water. It was filled to the brim as in till the top. It was filled with water. He kept it on the table, and then he took a jug of water again, and he poured it into the glass of water. So all the participants who are hearing me right now, what do you think would have happened? It's a very simple, common sense, common knowledge question. So the water was kept, the cup was kept, it was already filled with water, and the sage, the monk, he took a jug of water and he poured it again into the cup of water which was already filled. What would have happened? Please type your message or feel free to unmute as well and please speak. What do you think would have happened? Waiting for some responses, please. Water overflows. Perfect. Yes, water overflows. Thank you so much, Lata, for your response. Water will overflow. And he kept pouring it. Overflows. Correct. Yes, absolutely perfect, Mr. Ajay. Oh, welcome, Ajay. Okay. So it kept pouring in. And then the monk asked that, what do you think is happening right now? So, of course, the individual who went there, the scholar who went there, he said that it's overflowing. What do you think? The monk asked, what do you think I should be doing in order for the water to be going inside the mug? So the scholar said, first you have to empty this mug and only then the jug will go inside. Let us connect it to our mind. We have lots of thoughts until and unless we declutter it, until and unless we try to empty all the negatives or whatever we have in our mind, we will not be able to employ those things or we will not be able to create. Stop comparing, start creating. We will not be able to start creating until and unless we get something new. Thank you so much for this beautiful thought, Juzer Master. And
The
this is
nice
something,
story that I also just remember.
please, feel free.
Similarly, the, it's about what people assume and think and react. So there's this small girl and mother in the market, supermarket, and suddenly the small girl starts creating tantrums. I want this, I want that, and the mom is like, no, no, relax. And then suddenly she starts saying, Radhika, relax. Radhika, don't get angry, don't get wild, relax. And the child is screaming and shouting, I want this, I want that. And this old man is looking at what's happening. And she keeps on saying, Radhika, relax, don't get hyper. And after 5 minutes, the old man comes to this lady and says, hello, that small kid is crying and you're telling her to relax. She's not understanding your language, you know. And Radhika tells this old man that, how do you know my daughter's name is Radhika? Radhika is my name. I'm telling myself to relax because my daughter is so upset and angry. I need to be relaxed to take care of her. So I'm saying, Radhika, relax. I'm telling myself, I'm not telling my daughter, you know.
That's nice. What we tell
So
ourselves is
very
more
simple
important.
stuff that
Correct.
really creates a big impact.
Gives a big impact for sure. Okay, so we'll end with it, but with just one last question. So here's the final question. If you want to give just one single line of advice to all the people here, to all the participants here, Vidya is saying I can relate myself with Juzer's word. Okay, anyways, coming back to the question. If you had to give one single line of advice to stop comparison and focus on creating, okay, so I understand the previously also you had given lots of tips and tricks, but still one line of advice rather than just tips and tricks, which will help us to stop comparison and focus on creating. What would it be?
Simple thing. Everybody go back to when you were between 18 to 20 years old and write down all the stuff that you loved to do when you were at that age and ask yourself today how many of those things you still do and how many of those things you say, no, I'm too old to do it. So again, you started comparing yourself as old and you think, no, you cannot do it. So start doing those things. You need to start doing stuff that you always wanted to do. That's when you're going to be creative. That's when you're going to do something that you love doing. You'll be able to do it in your own way rather than trying to do it in somebody else's way. I don't want to bat like Sachin Tendulkar or bowl like Muralidharan. I want to bowl like Juzer and I want to bat like Juzer. And that will only happen if I do my passions because only that can be done with passion. I can't bat like Sachin with passion. I can bat like Juzer with passion. So you have to start doing those things which you thought, no, I'm too old to do it. Go ahead and do it now. Go cycling with your kid. Go mountain climbing. Go to the Himalayas for that, that mini small trek, 7 days. I mean, if you always thought of doing it, go ahead and do it. I mean,
That's
I did. I wanted to go to Goa on the bike. I couldn't do it, but 2 years back, I went with my son. I said, no, finally, you also know how to ride it. I'll try and do half the way. You do half the way, but let's go. That's something I have not done when I was 20. So I went ahead and did it.
okay, that's nice. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. So go ahead and do the thing which you have always wanted to do. That is where you will get creative. Is the single line of advice which Juzer Master would be here to give all of us. All the participants there, please type yes if you would be ready to do that, and then we'll step on to our next segment, that is our live coaching. Type yes if you would love to do that. Type yes if you would love to start creating yourselves. Okay, I've got some responses. Yes, okay. Ajay sir says yes. Praveen says yes. Lata says yes. Raj Lakshmi says yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for that. Yes, already in the process. Okay, Vidya, thank you so much. All right, so now let's move on to the next segment, the live coaching section. As everyone ready, please type ready in the chat box if you all are ready, and then we'll go on to live coaching section. From comparison to creation, the best part of this talk show, in fact, the uniqueness of this talk show, Juzer Master. So definitely, you would have seen lots of talk shows out there in the market wherein people would have said that, yeah, we will talk regarding this, etc. But live coaching rarely happens. People actually going through the training rarely happens, and that is what going to happen right now over the next 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, everybody's ready? And then we start with the first question. So last time I saw one thing, rather than me speaking, if I'm typing it across in the chat screen, people will be able to listen to it more and take action on it more. So here is one thing which I'm going to type right now in the chat screen. Please keep your chat screen open. And here is the question. Type one comparison thought. My point is you just have to type one comparison thought which you had recently. For example, one thing which you would have probably thought is that she speaks better English than me. It can be something simple. Even if you're not willing to type your professional word, I entirely leaving to you. Please type only something simple which would have come to your mind. Type one comparison thought. She looks better than me. He cooks better than me. He goes to trip often. He spends time more with himself, enjoys better than me. He has more friends than me. Anywhere, just I want you to type the comparison thought alone. Literally nothing else. I'm not saying that you have to work on it, what you will work on it, how you will work on it. I'm not asking anything of that. The only thing which I'm asking is yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Ajay sir. Ajay sir has started. He has more courage than me. Okay, Lata is also continuing with that. She's more courageous and confident than me. All right. Anybody else? Anyone else who can type some responses which can come? You do not have to tell the name. You don't have to specify she or he or whatsoever. I entirely leave it to you. I'm just asking for a comparison thought. I'm not going to the details, the aspect of it as to who it was, what it was, why it happened. All I'm asking you to type is just some comparison thoughts which you had in your mind. So I have only two till now. What about the others? If you want, you can also keep yourself anonymous. So on the participant, if you click on there on the participants, you will get the entire list of participants who are there in the call. And then you go hover over your name. Next to that, you will get three dots. Click on the three dots and you will have an option of rename. If you can click on rename, you can change yourself to some other name also, anonymous also, no problem. Plus, please contribute towards the discussion because this is going to be your thought changing process as well. I've got only two, but I'm very sure everybody had a thought. In the span of last half an hour itself, I know that many of you all would have got a comparison thought, but I'm not getting it here in the chat screen. So if getting your name across here is going to be something which is probably a little bit embarrassing for you, feel free to change your name as well. Okay, I've got only two. That's absolutely fine. The others, please contribute towards the next questions. Fine. All right. Now let's rephrase this into a more creation focus. Okay. courageous and confidence. All right, Praveen, thank you so much. Okay, Raj Lakshmi also types, he handles stress better than me. My God, such a strong sentence for sure. This is something which will always stay there with me as well. All right. So now let us learn how to reframe it into a creation focused thought. So I've got certain sentences. He handles stress better than me is the first one, which I can see right now on screen. So why don't you probably rephrase it, saying as I handle stress good. I motivate myself. I'm typing it as I'm speaking it, so my tone came in this manner. The same thought which you had, why don't you rephrase that into telling something which you are good at? Okay, so say for example, if you have said, let's he handles, okay, this one I've covered. She's more courageous and confident than me. So why don't we probably rephrase this as I am courageous, I am brave, and I'm a confident version compared to yesterday. There you go. As simple as that. Yes, Juzer Master, please feel free.
I can also give you a statement that you can rephrase it as.
Hmm.
For example, he is more courageous than I am. Simply, I like his courage. It's as simple as that. You can appreciate people.
Yes, appreciation can also happen.
They handle stress better than me. I like the way you handle stress.
And definitely, once the appreciation comes in, is where it will go into our mind that we also need to do it. Yes. So it is not just a comparison of in the negative manner, it is going in the healthy manner as well. I'm waiting for some responses from the participants. We got only the comparison thoughts. We have not got the rephrase thoughts yet.
So while they are typing, I'll tell you something more.
Sure,
When
sure.
a child is playing and the child tries to climb a tree and is on one of those branches, what is the basic reaction of a mother? Be
They fall
careful,
down.
you'll fall down.
Hmm.
Be careful, you'll fall down. Instead of saying that, if the mother says, Bacha, hold tight. So you're not telling him you're going to fall down, be careful. You're just saying hold tight, and obviously then he will not fall. So it's about rephrasing your thought process to saying stuff in a positive way rather than even make putting fear in the child. Be careful, you're going to fall. You know.
Correct. All right. So before I'm not getting much sentences, let me move on to the next question. Now, here is what you need to do. You need to rephrase. I'll give you a sentence. You rewrite it in the chat by removing the they and focusing on the I. Okay. So this is again kind of comparison by aspect, but I want you to work on the rephrasing aspect and try to put an I in it. You rewrite it in the chat by removing they and focusing on I. They are so much more confident than me. How can you rephrase it by using I? So this is a thought which will come to our mind. They are more confident than me. He speaks better English than me. He's more confident than me. He's more courageous than me. He handles stress better than me. Let's rephrase it and put it in I. I'm I'm more confident than him. Okay, fine, Vidya. I handle stress better. Thank you so much, Raj Lakshmi. Yeah, okay, got it, Vidya. No problem. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for those sentences. Now let's go on. Okay, Ajay is. I will become more courageous. Thank you so much, Ajay sir. I handle stress. Okay, so I'm getting some responses now. Good. Yes, exactly. So probably the way we have moved on to this one right now. The people are getting some responses. Thank you so much. So now we are going to. I'm more courageous and confident than my previous self. Thank you so much, Lata, for this rephrasing of a thought as well. Okay, so now we are going to learn how to create something small. So Rome wasn't built in a day. Tiny drops make an ocean. That's how we say. In the same manner, we are going to create something small right now. Okay, I want you all to think of one sentence. Let us create it right here, right now. A new idea, a positive affirmation, or a fresh thought you would like to live by. For example, okay, let me, sorry, I'm going to copy this and put it across in the chat screen so that all of you can see my question. In one sentence, create something right now, a new idea, a positive affirmation, or a fresh thought. Juzer wants to say something, I think. Oh, sorry, Vidya, I was in another screen. Yes, please, Juzer, please.
No. At that time, you were saying something, and I wanted to speak now. So, go ahead.
Okay,
That's
okay.
okay. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure you'll get a chance again. It'll come back to your thought. All right, I was in another screen. Sorry for that. Okay, so the participants here, for example, I will write one page of my book this week. Here is one thought which can probably come to you. Okay, same manner, probably you will think that I will share one idea at my next meeting. So we just keep it across in our thought that I'm going to say it, but do we say it or not is secondary. First, we should at least say it to ourselves. I will write one page of my book this year. This is the last day, which last part of the day, which Juzen Master was also speaking to us regarding. Tell yourself, express yourself. You have some grudges also, let it out. Don't let it be there in the mind. So can you think of some small action and idea, a positive affirmation which you're going to start on it? So I've written something extremely big in the first sentence. That is, I'm going to write a page. And next, I've written something small as well. I will share one idea at my next meeting. So Ajay sir has gone next. I will learn about shares and investment for regular income. Wow, that is a beautiful thought. Okay, I will learn about shares and investments for regular income. That's something nice. Well, here is something which it strikes us around only at the age of say middle age or somewhere is where we start thinking that let's learn regarding investments. But probably ours is the last generation. Going forward, the kids who are going to come in, they probably before they are stepping into colleges itself, they'll probably start joining some courses and start learning some stuff as well. Praveen, I income. If you could please unmute and speak, because I'm so sorry, I'm not getting the sentence as to what you are saying. Rajalakshmi says, I will start learning French language this week. All the best for that. And you're updating me 1 month later, Rajalakshmi, how far you're going with the French language. Otherwise, I will text you and check with you. I know you personally as well. Okay, I will start learning French language this week. Feel, feel free. Please do not take it as sarcasm. I'm saying that I'm just going to follow up. I'm not saying that you will not do it. I know. No, that's not at all which I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that I know you, so I'm going to follow up with you. Not that I know you and I know that you will not do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm so sorry if it came across in this manner. I will start learning French language this week. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Think of this thought each day towards the end of the day. Think of this thought and start creating something new. 1 month later, you'll be surprised to see a different version of yourself. Knowing more regarding stocks and investments, in the meeting when we are having a discussion, you're actually going to talk regarding it. People are going to look at you as a different person. Oh, this was not the one whom we knew 3 months later, 3 months earlier. This was a different person. Didn't know much of it. Okay, so I'm not getting much responses. Let me move on to the next portion now. The last one, I'll say a typical comparison sentence. You have to rewrite it as a self empowering one. Pretty much the same thing which we have done till now. Okay, I'll say a typical comparison sentence. You have to rewrite it as a self comparison one. For example, he's always ahead of me in his career. This is the comparison sentence. He is always ahead of me in his career. How can we reframe it? How can we reframe it? Just think of I. That's all. Do not think of he, they, she, whatsoever. So I'm going to reframe it as I'm moving forward in my own career path. So all the thoughts which you had right now, he knows this better than me, he speaks this better than me, he's more courageous than me, etc. Like that. I want you to rephrase it and write it the same thought by saying that you are the one who does it. You know it. Okay. So we are stopping the comparison and we are making our mind to think in this manner. Let's go ahead. Yes, Juzer, please. This time I'm on the same.
The reason why we should not compare, for example, he's more confident than me. We don't even know our confidence at what level it is. We are assuming that it is not. So the idea of he's better than me is because I don't know myself. The day I really come to know who I am, I'm as good as anybody else in the world. You know? So that's one more reason why we shouldn't compare to be negative.
Right. Thank you so much, Juzer Master, for expressing thoughts as well. At least one comparison sentence. If I can, I mean, if I can get one response, I will be successful in my second innings for sure. Ajay sir, that is for sure. Second innings is always better than the first innings. Take my word for that. I am a living example for that. 7 seconds innings is always successful. Okay, so now it's beautiful that
Was that
people
second
have started.
by second innings?
Ajay sir, if you could please unmute.
Yeah. Master,
Was that
good
second
morning.
by
Yeah.
second innings?
I am 59 now, entering 60.
Hmm.
So I have worked enough in this pharma industry.
Correct.
Day by day, it is becoming lousy. So I would like to do something and something different. I have plans. Maybe something like you, little bit of coaching, training to
Brilliant.
spend my time, not to earn much money. God has given me enough money, but I would like to share my little knowledge with others.
Absolutely. Lovely.
Yeah.
God.
This is the second innings.
That is the second innings I am
We
planning.
never,
It will start very soon. Very soon.
yes, it is
Thank
never
you.
late to start. It is never late to, yes, absolutely right. It's perfectly okay to start at any age. Some people start at the age of
Thank
20,
you.
some start at the age of 30, 50, whatever, never too late. It's always starting afresh, starting new, having that confidence to start new. Okay, Lata also says, I will be a successful entrepreneur. Definitely, you will be, Lata. Please gain lots and lots of confidence. Okay, Vidya also remembers Ajay sir, I believe. All the other participants there, I'm not too sure if you are repeating with the, but Ajay sir was there as one of our speakers, and we probably have one more speaker here in the session. I'm not too sure if we still have him yet, but initially he was there. Yeah, we probably do not have him now, but yes, we had one more speaker. He's left now. Okay, so now moving best wishes, Ajay sir. Okay, so Lata is probably there rejoining. Okay, so now any questions, any clarifications which you have from Juzer Master, anything which you would be liking to ask him? The stage is all yours. Okay, Praveen has also put across one sentence. Mm, I will be a successful entrepreneur. Definitely, you will be, Praveen. Please work towards that. Okay, so
Master,
somebody wants to. Yes, Lata. So are you speaking something? Actually, we cannot hear you.
can I?
think microphone or this headset
Okay. Now we can hear you, but it's in break. If you could please keep the speaker or something near your. No. You can turn off the video also if it's fine.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, this is better. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, this is that I motivate myself and I do follow this affirmations and this journaling techniques. However, the limiting beliefs re-enter my head. I start overthinking and then I withdraw from taking a decision. So how can I help myself get out of this?
Shall I rephrase the question, Juzer Master?
No, I got it.
Okay.
So the reason you are getting cluttered is because there's too much of thought process of what people have told you to do. You're scared of being wrong.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
idea is not about right and wrong. Life has never been about right and wrong. Life is about taking action. The action is important. The outcome is never important.
Okay.
So that's why I tell people, when you have an idea, implement it. You don't have to succeed. The idea is, I implemented it. I'm satisfied. I enjoyed the process. So, when you get a cluster of thoughts, stop those thoughts, ask your heart, yes or no, and immediately do it. Because if you wait, your mind is going to keep on manipulating you because it's got too many thoughts. And every mood of yours changes every minute.
Absolutely.
To sit and take a decision, take it, and then implement it without thinking of it 10 to 20 times.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks for
And
that
then
wonderful.
don't worry about the outcome. You may fail, you may succeed, but enjoy the process of doing whatever you thought of doing.
Amazing. Yes.
That's
Thank you.
exactly what even Ajay sir had said. I'm going to successful with my second innings.
Yes.
So
Mine
third,
too
fourth,
is
fifth
a
doesn't
second
matter.
innings.
But I'm
Successful or not, I am not worried. As told by
exactly.
Master, I
Yes.
want to do it because, okay,
I want
success.
to. Exactly.
Yeah, I want to do it because what I am going to do, yeah, what I am planning to do, people will be successful. So I may not be successful economically, monetary, but okay, no problem.
Yes. When our intention is
I'll
good,
try.
we should not worry. Yes.
Correct. The main intention is we shouldn't worry.
Yes.
Praveen is saying, Sir Juzer Master, do you need to say something, Praveen? We'll wait for Praveen.
Sorry, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. He was saying thank you. All right. So, to all the participants now, something which you would be knowing. So, towards the end of the session, we often take a pic of all of us together. I really request you all to turn on the video. I'm so sorry. I usually give a heads up at the beginning itself, but this time I missed it. I keep giving the heads up throughout the entire session, but unfortunately, I missed it. But yeah, the repeated people already knew that I'm going to ask them to turn on the video. So it has happened, and I'm going to add them as spotlight so that we can take a pic towards the end. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else who would be able to turn on the video, please? So we have got, okay, Praveen is also there. Okay. Anyone else who can come in to turn on the video? Okay, so we have got only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of us who would be ready with the video. I'll wait for probably a second more before I. Okay, Vimal is also there. Hello, Vimal. Nice to see you after a long time. Still trying to see. Okay, so I guess we'll have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 people turning on the video. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, Praveen, you're saying something?
sir, Marvin,
Yes.
Kunjo.
Praveen, you can say in the language. If you're comfortable with Telugu, also you can speak that, no problem.
Marvin,
If you want to type in the chat screen also, Praveen, that's absolutely fine. We don't mind waiting. Okay. We have Ajay sir who will translate us from Telugu to English. Whichever language
No,
you're
I think he's finding it difficult to talk. Maybe he can talk to you later,
yeah,
or
sure.
he can talk to
Even,
Master later.
yeah, sure. I was going to say that. Fine, no
Yeah.
issues. So we'll take a pic now. Everyone is ready. Okay, so no more video. Okay, 1 minute. I think somebody was turning on the video. Raj Lakshmi was turning on the video. Perfect. Oh, ready with the photo as well. Lata. Thank you so much. Everyone was ready. Okay, so I'm going to take a pic right now. Ready, everyone? Keep your thumbs up like this. On the count of 3, I'm going to take a pic. 1, 2, and 3. Pic ticket. Thank you so much, everyone. It was wonderful to have this discussion. It was wonderful to have you here as well, Juzer Master, with your
thank
thoughts.
you, sir.
Perfect.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir, Juzer Master and Archana, for giving such a wonderful program. It was really energetic and inspiring.
Pleasure is all mine, Lata ma'am.
Well
Thank
done,
you so much from the
yeah.
beginning. You have been there. I really remember you a lot. Thanks a ton for that.
Thank you, Juzer Master. Your voice is excellent, vibrating voice. Super. We enjoyed your talk. It was great. Thanks a lot for spending some time with us.
Yes. Have a awesome day and life. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Juzer Master. It was a nice session. It was so nice, and for me personally, all the words was like according to my situation, which I'm going through now. It is like matched me. I'm like going to come out of it very quickly.
Nice to know
Thank you
that we
so
have
much.
led.
Thank you.
Nice to
Thank
know.
you, sir. Love
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless all of you.
Thank you.
Best Archana for the other sessions. I'll try and make sure I'm there for all of them.
Wonderful. Please, I will be definitely calling you as a speaker for one of my other sessions as well. So it's wonderful to have people coming back again and again because it's a sense of a belonging which we have with one another. First time I'm hearing Praveen speak, though I've seen him twice or thrice in the sessions. First time I'm hearing him speak. That's the way people start speaking and coming up, coming out of their inhibitions. That's wonderful. Rajlakshmi says, "Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. This is my first session." Lata says, "Thank you for the amazing and valuable session." Thank you so much for everyone to be a part of it. Thank you for joining us today. Remember this very well. So we're coming to the end of it. Remember this thought very well. Comparison weakens, creation strengthens. Decide which one do you want to be. Stop comparing and start creating. Our next episode will be on, let me calculate, 2 weeks from today. So we have it on alternate Saturday. Next session will be on 27th. Please join on 27th. You'll send you the meeting link. Please join our community as well. We have a WhatsApp community. Join via that. We will be very soon starting our newsletters, giving you a heads up. And this is going to come in only for the community members. Start sharing across because this is going, once it is going to start, we are going to allocate it only to the. Okay, sorry, Vidya. Thank you so much for letting me know. Juzer wants to speak something. Please go ahead, Juzer.
I just got something. You say compare, no?
Huh.
It's because of what we understand the meaning of compare is why we implement it, right? Change the meaning of compare. It means compare. So you come and pair with me so that both of us can improve.
That's nice. You come and pair with me. That's also good.
Superb, superb.
So yes, catch up with you all next time. That is on 27th. Until then, create with confidence and let your uniqueness shine. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of the session. The photo which was taken is there in the chat screen. If you wish to download that, please feel free.
Thank
And
you.
catch you up, you all, 37.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye, everyone. Take care. Thank you for joining.